All right, so Le'Veon Bell is now asking people on Instagram where he should go. Having a lot of fun with this. Apparently, he wants $50 million guaranteed if he can get it in the first couple of years. So, Tim, when you look at this situation, number one, is anyone going to come close to that price? And number two, where do you think he will show up?
Well, as far as where he can go to hell, as far as I'm concerned, after the way he's handled himself. But another good option would be Oakland. That's pretty close. So is the Jets, and even the Jets apparently are starting to shy away after they got reports that he was up to 265, according to Manish Mehta in the Daily News. So that might be one option off the board. Look, I've long been of the opinion, though, that New York is not going to be able to resist the temptation of one of these two guys, knowing that OBJ and Saquon Barkley are both playing for the Giants. I still think the Jets step up and get one of the two of them as a weapon for Sam Darnold. I think they're less scared of Le'Veon and his weight than they are of Antonio and his antics. I still think he gets good money to go to the Jets, but not Gurley money. It's ironic. I think the Rams and Gurley set the bar for Le'Veon Bell, and now with his injury at the end of the season and the ability for C.J. Anderson to just step in and mask that for the Rams, that might have undercut a lot of the value that Gurley built for Lev in the first place.
You know, it's hard. It's so hard to root for Le'Veon. I mean, I understood he made a business decision, but he lost me with his free at last rant last week. A guy that just turned down $14.5 million is free at last. So God bless him. I'd love to. I guess I want to see him and Antonio both end up in Buffalo. No offense to Buffalo fans out there, but can you think of a worse place for those guys to go? Not me.
I mean, the Colts sort of make a semi-intriguing option for him. It's just, this whole thing is just sort of bizarre. What he values him, I think he's a great player, but you know, when you look at, and Kevin Colbert made the point to us the other day, I mean, you look at, they got basically the same production from James Conner and Jalen Samuels than they got out of James Conner and Lev the year before for 10% of the price. And I just wonder, any team on the open market's going to think, is this guy worth that much against our cap the next couple of years? And when he's been out of football for a year, and Tim mentioned his shape. I mean, look, I got to follow these guys on social media. He'd been dark for a long time, and all of a sudden, the last couple of weeks, here he is working out. And it's just one of the, it's predictable. Like you could say, it's like a car crash. You could see it happening in slow motion, and yet here we are anyway.
Yeah, and I would say, Will, one thing to your point about Conner and Samuels replicating the production, I do think at times, though, the Steelers got leery of leaning on those guys, particularly in the red zone early, and then particularly at times in the middle part of the season, somewhere around the Jacksonville game. They shied away from using them in close games where I do think that they would have used Le'Veon Bell. Maybe it's because of ball security. I don't know what, but I don't think that can be ignored in the analysis of the Steelers season.
I'm not ready to put either one of those guys up on Bell's status. I mean, there's a reason the Steelers did offer him $14.5 million. As far as I'm concerned, Samuels may end up being a fine running back. He had the really good game, against New England, was it?
Yes.
Other than that, he's been more of a slot receiver than a running back. I think they need a veteran, somebody better than him as a running back to back up Conner.
Was anybody there surprised that the Steelers didn't give him a transition tag? There was a lot of talk that they might.
I mean, to me, when you look at Kevin's logic there, the machinations involved in terms of signing him to the tag, letting them go negotiate with the team to figure out where he can land and what the compensation would be. I mean, that was too time consuming, especially when the new league year starts and you want to go out and find replacement players. You can't have that kind of money tied up. I'm not surprised. I think, and to be honest with you, after what they botched negotiations before, why would you even trust Lev if you're going to negotiate with us? Just let him go.
Take the compensatory pick and move on.
Yeah, I think, Bob, I was surprised. I don't know. There's a lot of talk that they were going to before they made the decision, so much so that I was a little bit surprised they decided to not do it, but I think it's the smart move to not do it. I wouldn't tie up one iota of planning or one cap cent on Le'Veon Bell after what happened last year.
I think a lot of people agree with that. When we come back, we'll talk about a headline in the New York Daily News yesterday. It said, Kraft American Sleaze. The Bob Kraft situation is next, right here on KDKA.